Hey y'all. So sorry about the lighting, but bear with me. Welcome to day 26 of how to make more money as a model in 30 days or less. We're talking bookings. As you guys can see, I'm like literally on the road. By the time I actually get to this job, I'm not going to be recording. So I thought while I'm like literally heading to get everything ready for the day, let me show you guys basically, or walk you guys through what it takes and what you do when you actually get booked. Let's talk about it. So if you guys are new to me, my name is Lola Shell. That's Lolachel. I'm an internationally working multi-agency represented professional model, and I coach models just like you on how to book their next paid modeling job in 2 weeks or less. So if you're into that, follow for more. So on the days of bookings, it normally looks like this, guys. I normally look like this. I am, my hair is not out in its natural afro yet because the humidity is always kicking my butt first thing in the morning, especially if I don't know if we're going to be on set, like in the studio or on location. Today is very much so on location, so I'm going to keep my hair under wraps until it's time. Okay, another thing is I already have my model bag packed. I don't know if I actually went over a model bag yet with you guys, but if I haven't, that'll be something that I do in the near future so you guys know. What's a model bag? Why do you have it? This is why. When it's time for me to go to a job as a model, I always have my model bag. And normally in that model bag, it has all the necessities, all of like the undergarments, the heels, whatever they needed me to bring for the day of the actual shoot, makeup, skincare, hair care products, the whole 9 yards, right? And then to go a step further, I always have extra options in the trunk of my car, because you just never know. Oh my God, you never know. Sometimes they don't like what you brought and they're just like, do you have anything else? And it's just, yeah. So I always have a whole bunch of stuff in my car to really like fill in any of the gaps. Another thing on the day of the booking is I try to do my upkeep, my self-care before I go out. So I'm just heading back from the beach. Because my bag is already packed, I am going to try to do a little quick thing at the gym and then go home, take a shower, so like I'm up, and then head out. So another thing is that I always make sure that I am on the road at least an hour to an hour and 30 before my actual job. And that's just to account for traffic, which is something you have to do. That's to account for finding the parking if it's, again, on location. So you got to like figure out where the crew is parking. You got to figure out where talent is parking. Like, it's all these small things that really add up. And I want to tell you from experience, it's better to be early than to be late. So just a quick little recap. When you are actually booked for a model, things that happened before today, I actually knew everything that I needed to know the night before. There have been rare cases where I have literally, it's been the morning of and I not know, like, hey, it sounds crazy, but where are we parking? Like, how many outfits do I bring? Like, sometimes there's just like all those details just aren't there, and that's more on the production side than for me as a model. But regardless, the onus is always on you as the model for showing up prepared and on time. So the night before, I always made sure that I know where I'm going. I have the address. I know exactly what they need me to bring. I know who my point of contact is. Oh my God. Knowing who your point of contact is like major. So that when it's time for me to get on the road, I can text them. I can let them know like, hey, I'm on my way. This is who I am. I'm the talent for today's shoot, blah, 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 blah. Like, when I tell you, it's like a whole ritual. It sounds kind of like crazy, but it is. You always want to know what you're doing the night before. You always want to make sure that everything is packed. You always want to make sure that you're reaching out to your point of contact. You want to make sure that you have your, you know how long it's going to take you to get there. So that's a whole other thing. So that, and account for traffic, because what you map the night before is not going to be the same thing that it takes to actually get there. But again, having all these details makes it easier so that all you have to do is grab and go when it's time to go to the actual job. So that's why I'm able to do a quick little 30-minute session at the gym, go home, take a shower. Again, it's like just first light, so it's super early. But something I want to leave you guys with is that this is what it's all for. Everything that I've been doing up to this point, the self-care, the fitness, the applications, the self-tapes, the, callbacks, the auditions, the go-sees, all of it's for this moment. So once you actually do get booked, having all your details and everything beforehand, having the model bag packed, and making sure that you're going to be early, because early is on time and on time is late. That is all the fixings for a good booking. All right, and then once you're there, it's your time to shine. You did everything you were supposed to do to get to this point. Now it's time to execute. So I'm curious, what has been your last model booking? Tell me about it in the comments below, how you got it, what you did on it, and if you've seen it since then. All right, I'll talk to you guys again, same time, same place, tomorrow.